y'all. This is Christine Deane, your favorite networking diva, and I am so excited today because I got one of my favorite people on the planet. Hi, Elizabeth.
Hello, Christine. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, I am so excited about what you're up to. I've been watching your journey and watching you just grow and sharing that and every step that you've taken along the way. We love success stories and we love seeing people do what they do best, right? It's that following that process. You could show us the end result, but if you get to show us how you got there, right? We can follow along and just fall in love with you over again every time you share with us. And I love following you. So I'm a huge fan. I'm going to just say it right there.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Over past 2 decades has been all about growth and learning from life's challenges and committing to waking up each day and deciding to continue to put one foot in front of the other. And trust me, it has not been easy, but I was so blessed to always know that I did have a purpose and I couldn't stop. I wouldn't ever know what that purpose was if I didn't continue to put one foot right in front of the other.
And I love that about you, that you're open, you share, you let us know what's going on. Life's not perfect, and man, are there some curveballs out there. And Elizabeth, the kind of curveballs you've gone through, it's inspiring for the rest of us. And just when you think, oh man, it can't get worse, right? Walk a mile in someone else's shoes, right?
Yeah, that it can't get worse. Over the years, as I began to become stronger and more resilient, and just continuing to keep moving through, I came to learn that when I was facing challenges, that usually meant that I was on the right track and I couldn't give up, or I wouldn't ever make it through and discover what the next step in that path was.
Well, and I know you and I have that common belief that we have a purpose, right? I'm a big believer in that, right? Or that we have a God-given purpose. We are here for a reason. And once you discover that purpose, it just opens up so many possibilities for you. And tell us a little bit more, because those that don't know you as well as I do, tell more about what is your purpose?
My purpose is to be able to offer hope to those who feel alone, those who feel like there's no way that they can get through the difficulties and the struggles that they are currently facing. But I'm going to tell you right now that I'm living proof right here that you can get through those. And guess what? Once you walk through them, hold your head up high, you're going to become stronger, and you're going to be one step closer to discovering what that purpose is. And once you discover what that purpose is, that brings you peace, that brings you freedom, and it helps you to become unstoppable.
I love that. And we've all been through stuff that you're like, oh man, right? Some people tend to wear their hearts on their sleeves. They share more than others. They're more open, they're more vulnerable and willing to use that experience to help other people. And that's one of the qualities that I love about you, Elizabeth. And I know for myself, having gone through tragedies, right? And do you keep it to yourself and keep it bottled up? Or, that doesn't help anybody. You're alone, you're isolated, right? Sometimes we need somebody to connect with that really helps bring that together for us and gives us that hope to move on. Because I know there were times in my life when I was like, I don't know how I'm going to get through this.
Right. I didn't ever know how either. Early on, after my car accident at the age of 14, there were so many times I was ready to throw my hands up in the air, and I'd cry out to God and asking him why. What did I do to deserve that? But he was my hope. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not harm you. Plans to give you hope in the future." I knew I had a future. When I would cry out to him and ask him why did he do this to me, he would answer me, and it would come in the form of a voice on my heart that would bring me an overwhelming amount of comfort and peace, saying, I have a plan for you. You can't stop. I've learned over the years for different stuff that he's done in my life and different people he's brought into my life. We are all the same on this journey. Every single one of us has a purpose. The things that are on your heart, that has everything to do with whatever that purpose is. You may not have a full picture of it, but I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that you are just like me, that you have everything within you to be able to rise above the challenges and the obstacles, to be able to overcome and be able to make that purpose become a reality. But it's not going to be easy. Nothing worth doing ever is. And I promise you, once you put your mind to it and you stay committed to keep fighting for that purpose and discovering it, you will get there. And that is the greatest reward that anyone on this earth can receive in life. Discovering your purpose and being able to find the way to make it a reality.
Yeah, and when we hit those low points in life where things are just overwhelming, you want to give up. Sometimes we need an outside motivator that can hey, you're not alone. Because I don't know about you, but I know my lowest points, there's moments where you just feel so alone. Like it's just you, and you just isolate yourself and you create that own aloneness, even though you have people that love you, have people surround you, have people that want to lift you up. But we become so self-absorbed in our just absolute misery that we don't reach out for those hands that are right there in front of us, right? And that's where we've got, the programs that you've been working on. I know it's something that you've been working on for a long time. I know you've got your course now, but you've been doing this before that. I mean, it just wasn't officially a course, right? Talk to us a little bit more about what you're doing. What are you up to?
So when I was that teenager that went from being popular, everyone wanting to be my friend, to basically an invisible nobody, I wanted to give up. I wanted to be able to talk to someone who knew what I was going through.
Right.
It would break my parents' hearts because they were there for me and they loved me, but honestly, they didn't know how to help me.
Right.
I would begin to turn to God and just ask Him, help me to make the right choices. I know you have this plan for me, but I have no idea what that plan looks like. But I continued to every night before I would go to bed ask God to help me to make the right choices. If I was dealing with a struggle in any moment, I would pray to Him and ask Him to help me. I'm going to tell you that He's the one thing that has never failed me. Because today, I sit here today having gained the clarity in the last 1.5 to 2 years that I actually developed strategies that got me through my recovery as a teenager. These strategies help me to become stronger, help me to become more resilient, help me to become more confident in what He was calling me to do. It was only through His grace and mercy that I discovered what these strategies were. And as I began writing them down a little over a year ago and started Googling them, there is actually science the last 10 to 15 years on how these strategies actually help people dealing with mental health struggles. The depression, the anxiety, the wanting to give up, and just being in a dark place where I spent so much of my teenage years. That is how my pathway to peace came about, because I knew I couldn't keep it to myself any longer. I'd been teaching these strategies, working as an occupational therapist over the years, but didn't honestly have the realization yet that they were specific strategies. And I just feel so blessed to have been able to help all of the many people, help to provide them hope and give them the courage to keep fighting.
Right, because that is, it's hope, right? When we feel hopeless, we don't feel that motivation to move on. We don't feel like, we get stuck in that dark space. And sometimes we just need some strategies to get out of that, right? I mean, we get stuck in our own head. We just feel overwhelmed. So when you've got just simple strategies, right? They don't have to be super
No.
complex, right? It's just something that we can say, okay, I'm going to try this today, right?
Hmm.
And then I'm going to make new habits for myself, right? And
Yes.
I'm going to stop that negative talk in my head. I'm
Yes.
going to get out of my own head, right? So sometimes we just need a hand with how to think, because when we're just overwhelmed, we can't come up with it ourselves, right? We need someone else
Exactly.
to kind of guide us.
Help you with that clarity. And the great thing about these strategies are that they may work a little bit differently for every single one of us, because there's no two people that are exactly alike.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I'm offering you today. I want to walk alongside you. I want to hold your hand through this journey of doubts, of confusion, of chaos. I want to help you to be able to find your peace so that you can find your purpose. Become aware of how the outside world can influence all the negativity around you. These strategies build on each other. So I want to help y'all to build a firm foundation so that these strategies will become so much more easier to implement, become habits. That's exactly what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
I began to learn that these strategies helped me to be at peace.
Mm-hmm.
And over time, as I continued to turn to them and use them over and over and over again, that's exactly what they did. They became habits. Now they're just innate to me. I do it automatically.
Right. Those paths to peace. And really that's
Yes.
what we're looking for, right? When we're
Mm-hmm.
feeling overwhelmed, when we're just feeling like, what the heck is going on right now? Sometimes it's the inner peace that we're looking for. And
Yes.
once we have that, everything else becomes a little bit easier, a little
Yes.
bit more manageable. And so I love, you've got a free strategy, don't you have, that you give away?
Yes, I do. I have a free strategy that it was somewhere around a year ago, maybe a little less than a year ago, that I've got it on my website today. My pathway to peace isn't quite ready to be enrolled in yet, but if you are watching this and you are struggling right now, I'd like to invite you to download the free EI method. It's going to help you to have a reset when you are feeling like you're living in nothing but chaos. One of
Mhm.
my most recent clients gave me a little bit of review. I'm going to read it to you. It says, I work in an incredibly stressful field and get overwhelmed often. Best strategies have helped me to refocus my energy, look at the positives, and that nothing is a forever situation. I love having these tools to rely on when my world gets a bit chaotic. So if you are feeling like you're living in chaos and sometimes are harder to get through than others,
Mhm.
download the free strategy. Take a screenshot of it so you have it on your phone with you everywhere so that you can pull it out when you need it most. I have multiple people that have messaged me on social media or have come to me that have been using this strategy for a few weeks or a few months, saying how much it has helped them. That's what I'm here to offer, is hope, to help you to be able to heal and find your empowerment. Hope, the healing that opens pathways to empowerment. That's what I want to do for this world. I want to help make this world a better place by using my wisdom and my knowledge that I had to learn going through those darkest moments of my life so that I can help everyone else to know that it doesn't have to be so hard.
Yeah, and you're not alone, right? So I see that you've got the QR code, so anybody can pull out their phone, take a shot of that, and download it that way. I also just dropped the link in chat. They can just click on that and go check that out and sign up for, so they can download, right, this free strategy. So what you're saying is your Pathways to Peace program is more strategies like this, right? And
Yes.
and
Yeah. Yes, and they build on one another so that you guys, each one of you, by doing these strategies, I'm giving y'all the opportunity to be able to become unstoppable just like I have. My life is not perfect, it's far from it. I don't always make the best choices, but these strategies just help to center me and just help me to keep fighting another day. So if I do make the wrong choice, I can flip it around and get through it so I can move on and make better choices the next day.
Right. And that's really what life is, right? It's a series of choices as we
Yep,
go, and like, whoops, detour. And at any
yep,
point, you can do a reset and make a new decision for yourself, right?
exactly.
Each day is a
Yes,
new day.
yep.
I love that. That I know you do. You've got this course that's just about to launch here. It's going to be ready really soon. You've already got this free strategy you're sharing with us. But I know you do other things too. What else are you up to?
So I am, of course, I speak. So if you have found value in this or in any of my reels, videos that I've posted in the past, and you have an organization or an audience that would benefit from my experience and what I have to offer, please reach out to me and book a discovery call to learn more about what I have to offer and how I can best help your audience. I am also working on writing my book. It will be called The Golden Ticket, where I will basically share step by step what I went through and how I was able to find my way out. It's going to basically be a blueprint of how to keep going, how to keep fighting, to become stronger, more resilient, how to find your confidence so that you can become unstoppable just like me. I recently, at a college showcase that I did in February, I did a workshop with students. And these students came up to me, and there was such an overwhelming response with how much what I shared, the few strategies that I shared with them in that 45-minute workshop, how much that boosted their confidence and helped them to believe in themselves just a little bit more. So if you lack belief that you can do it, I want you to know that there's one person who believes in you, and I know you can. You have everything within you. So it's time to shut off those voices and hear my voice saying, I know you can do it. You can't stop.
We were just talking about this last night. I was with family. I'm in California at the moment visiting family. We were having a conversation about how we're seeing people struggling. And it's not just older, it's younger and younger and younger. And one of my family members is a wonderful, family child specialist kind of thing. And so being in that space, she says, you just wouldn't believe the age that it's
Yeah.
just getting younger and younger, what the kids are dealing with nowadays. The massive just pressure from society, from social media, the expectations that we have now. The kids are getting hit with things that are just so difficult, and they're dealing with it on such a young age now. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm glad my boys are raised, but now I have grandchildren to worry about, right? But it's that struggle, and anything that we can do to make this a little bit easier. I
Yes.
mean, so many changes in society, and just being able to keep up with it all, it's overwhelming. So it's good to know that there's options out there to just help you make it through the rough days, because we're all going to have them. It's what you
Yeah.
choose to do about them, right?
It's choice. Life is a series of choices and a series of lessons that we either learn from or that leave us stuck. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't want anyone to feel like they are stuck.
Right.
Like there is no way out, because I've been there. I've been there. And like I said, I am here to prove to you that there is a way out. And I can show you the way.
Pivot. You got to pivot. How long
Pivot.
do you want to stay in that point of misery? That's up to you.
Yeah, yep.
Right? You have the
That's
power.
yeah. You are the only thing that you can control in this world is your response. I'm not going to say reaction, because I have learned over the years not to react, even though I want to. that is something that my strategies help with. So if you are more of a reactor instead of a responder, maybe this is for you. If you would like to learn more, get on a call with me, send me a Facebook message, send me an email, text me, whatever you need to do. Let's have a conversation and see if this program is right for you.
I love it. So this is going to be an online course so people can take it from anywhere, right?
Yes, it's going to be online. It will be assignments that I want you to read through, begin to reflect on your day-to-day life. That's how you're going to do the homework. And then we're going to come together once a week for about an hour in a group session where I can help you, walk you through the struggles and the challenges that you're facing, help you to find your way out of those, gain clarity, figure out the best step to get through them. It's going to be a 5-week program with us meeting on that group meeting once a week. If you can't make that specific time, it will be recorded and then uploaded into your portal. So you can go back and rewatch it as many times as you like. You can email me. And it's going to be all about anonymity. If you don't want everyone in the group knowing that this question or this challenge that you're struggling with is coming from you, post anonymously. No one is going to know your name.
Right? Send you an email, whatever it is, right? We can still handle it, right? Because you're not alone. And sometimes we get a little nervous, like, oh, am I ready to be that vulnerable and share? Right? And sometimes when you start, you might not be, but it's you warm up and you, okay, I'm in a room full of people that are also struggling. Hey, we could like work together and help each other. What a crazy idea, right?
We are all stronger together. When I find the like-minded people that are also struggling or have struggled, when we come together, that's one of those steps that make each and every one of us unstoppable. It's coming together, building the community, having that support system, that we're there for each other. That is one of the most valuable things in the world.
Absolutely. Well, I'm really looking forward to taking your course because I don't care. As a communications major, I've taught college. But it doesn't matter what your education is. It doesn't matter what your background is. We all go through life. And sometimes, man, it's rough, right? So it's nice to have a place that we can go to get that kind of support. So just thank you so much, Elizabeth, for being you.
Thank you, Christine. So Pathway to Peace will go live on June 1st. The enrollment link will be up before June 1st. But if you want to be on my list, either for my newsletter that is going out, download the EI method. That's how I can get your email and your phone number if you want to give me your phone number, and how I can be in touch with you and let you know as soon as the Pathway to Peace is ready for enrollment. Thank you so much, Christine.
I'm excited. Thanks for coming on and sharing with everybody, Elizabeth. I am looking forward to your upcoming program. This is going to be fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you.